So guys, welcome back. And of course we just came out of theaters and we just watched, what was it? Small Things?
Small things like these.
Yeah, exactly. And this is going to be a little tricky one because obviously this is more kind of a drama, slow pace, like slow burner film. And it is going to be a little difficult because I think it does handle with morals and it kind of emotions. And it's going to be very, very kind of difficult for me to talk about because I'm not like, these films are kind of, I do like them. They're interesting. It's a little bit difficult for, somebody like, let's just say, who likes action and those kind of things. They're not going to like this film at all, especially when this film is kind of slow burn, kind of like that. It's going to be some time to get used to, and there is a couple of secrets here, but it just really depends if this is kind of your cup of tea or not. So we're going to tell you if we actually enjoyed it or not, or if it's just one of those films that you could just pass on. Because what I keep hearing, it's kind of like it's pretty good. It's like the reviews are really good. I think it's one of the best pictures so far.
The novel came out first.
Exactly. It's based on from a novel, and I guess it's based on an actual event that happened in 1985.
Well, earlier than that.
Yeah, probably like earlier than that.
1926.
Exactly.
Earlier.
And this is definitely one of those films, if you're going to have to get out of your way and kind of put your head around it and kind of find it like, if you could actually just try to just watch the film how it is. Like, it's not going to be an action-packed movie. It's not one of those films that you're going to go inside and just go like, it's mind-blowing. Like, it's a horror film. It does present like it's like a horror film, to be honest, when I saw the trailer, but it ain't.
I didn't see a single trailer for this.
Yeah, I saw a trailer. It looked like it was a horror element, but it wasn't.
It probably showed it as a thriller, because I would say it's like a little bit of a thriller.
It looked like it was.
It was horror. A couple, like pretty much any time he was near in the Covenant, the church.
So let's go with The Boy. What do you thought of this film?
It was a good film. I actually really did like this film. I like the way it was shot, and of course, Cillian Murphy, right? That's his name, Cillian.
Good actor.
Really good acting. I didn't know what to expect while coming into this movie. I mean, I figured it was going to be good. I only knew it was a novel. I didn't know it was pretty much a recent novel, probably about 2 years ago. But I guess it's definitely was an interesting story. And I think you should actually go see this film just to get a take. Especially like, I think it was just an unexpected movie for sure this year. Like, I did not expect to see a film like this. Or anything about Ireland, really. Or, like, especially the theme that was happening or what they did in the Covenant.
True.
Especially for how long they've done it. But I thought all the acting was great. I liked all the scenes with... I think all the cast was perfectly picked. I would definitely watch this film again.
Like, do you thought there was, like, a little bit more mystery to this? Or you just thought, like, you kind of figured it out right away? Like, what was kind of going on? Because it took me quite a bit to figure it out.
Like, I definitely, not at the beginning, because, like, I didn't know what the heck it was about.
Exactly.
Like, I didn't know anything about the background, or this movie. I barely even know the title of this film. I mean, of course, as you watch it, you know what's
because
everything
happening.
Starts to unfold. Yeah, and then especially when he's inside.
Yeah, of course. So how about yourself, Ocean? What do you think of this film?
I really liked it. So I didn't know anything about it going in. So as it was starting, I didn't know like what it was about. I thought it was just kind of more about bad things that happen like all around the town, like just like how like humanity is, because some like loose ends don't really like get tied up, and then it focuses on what it's actually about. And so I was kind of like, oh, okay. So I thought it would be like the first quarter of the movie that'd be more like general, like about humanity and his anxiety and trauma, I guess.
Yeah, a lot of trauma in this.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll explain more on spoilers, because I do want to get into it, because I kind of want to find out what your guys' perspective was, especially in the ending and all that. So
the long shots were really cool. It was really pretty. I could feel the weather, and I could feel the vibe of Ireland. Yeah. I was like, I really liked it, and it was. I liked it. It was good.
Oh, there you go.
I think it's important to see historically too. Maybe if you like action movies, but you're like down to maybe try something different, just like to learn something new, I would say go see it.
So yeah, I do definitely love the characters. I definitely love the setting of it. I definitely do feel like there is a lot of mentality going on, especially with his acting. Man, he knows how to play a depressing guy. Like he really knows how to do it. And when every time when he does something, I feel like, man, that sucks. But I do get his morals and what he's trying to, represent basically. Like he's trying to be that light a little bit, and people are just, we'll talk more. But obviously, I do like this film. It's really enjoyable. I love the characters. I definitely want to see more kind of like these films because it does open your mind a little bit more.
Yeah.
Especially to like the past of like history and all that, to like a small little town of area, which I like the community, and I love it. It's very old fashioned as well, man. Because Cole really like that thing. I wasn't expecting to be that far away. Like what was it in the 19?
It's in the 80s, but like a lot of that
It's really recent.
in the 70s and the 80s, they're having like a lot of problems in Ireland and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, but god damn, it was really good. I liked it. I would like to see it again, just to see like what was going on with his head a little bit. I know like a lot of things was eating him up, but it was really good though. I liked it very much. I just wish that. Is there any negatives to this film? I don't. It kind of depends because I'm trying to see if there's people that will like this, especially if it's one of those films that people don't like a very slow film. Like, and I get it. I understand why it's having the pacing.
I understand why the movie is the way it is.
Because remember, like, there's these other films that are so slow, and then people just don't like it because of that.
Yeah.
Like The Pig and like what was that?
The Pig.
Yeah, because people hated that, and I'm like, come on, you got to give it some chance. And I'm pretty sure they're not gonna make their budget, or no, I think they will. It depends because I don't think we didn't saw that much people in the theaters, right?
Yeah.
Because but the box office it only earned 3.4 million so far, and I don't know how many like these actors got paid, so I don't know if it's gonna be worthwhile. But at least the reviews are very good, though.
Yeah,
that's good. So I liked seeing that. So I just want to wish like these films do more better than horror films like Blumhouse like keeps getting like money out of
from
it.
what I saw, like before we left, like I was telling Ocean, like I guess Ben Affleck was a producer and so was Matt Damon
to this film.
Yeah, and Cillian Murphy was one of the executive producers as well.
Oh snap! I did not know that.
At least that's what I saw in the credits.
Tim Malent, I think that was the director.
Yeah, the director was Tim Malent, yeah. Yeah,
exactly. And obviously, yeah, I definitely do like the whole how it's very cold. What can I hate? What can I hate on this film? Like at least to give a little negative to it.
I mean,
well, some of the things like in his past and before you learn like what it's gonna be about, like nothing really happens with that, or at least I didn't catch it. Like the boy that was like walking, like they were talking about.
Yeah, no, don't give too much information, but I do understand like his past.
Okay,
and it wasn't too vague.
Okay, I don't know. Then I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, so basically, yeah, there is some flashbacks that you will probably see that I'm guessing you're gonna have to pull up the pieces on yourself, because obviously there's not a lot of people are gonna figure it out. And it's more like if you can figure it out until the very ending.
Yeah.
And you kind of get an idea.
I mean, I'm still trying to think of his past stuff is really, I don't really.
Like, I'm trying to figure that out myself about it. And did it really actually connect to the story?
Yeah.
Maybe it did emotionally, maybe. Or maybe mentality. It just, there's a lot of things right there that you're going to have to figure it out on your own.
Yeah.
And let's be real. Not a lot of people like to use their brains when it comes to films. They really don't.
No.
So, and obviously, this is the type of film that you're gonna have to figure this out.
Yeah.
So, if you're one of those,
more than one watch, I think.
Yeah. So, if you're one of those people that do not like slow films, and obviously you're gonna do a little bit more thinking, but it is a nice movie to go see if you do want to sit down and just watch the film how it is and what you like from it. And I think you will find something that's there. Mm-hmm. But to be honest, if you're just more of an action guy, this ain't your cup of tea, I recommend you're probably just going to have to just skip this one. like I really wish like
yeah,
people
I think
could
it's
go
a
see
movie
it,
that
but
shouldn't be skipped.
It shouldn't be, but obviously those people that you're gonna figure out they're
Yeah.
gonna skip this nonetheless.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you like these kind of type of films, you're definitely gonna love. So of course, let's go to verdict. So we can go to spoilers. Go ahead, boy.
I'll definitely give this movie an A.
Oh, an A, nice.
an
What kind of an
A? Probably like an A minus.
A
For now,
minus?
I'll stick with an A minus for now.
Okay, there you go.
I like the film.
There you go. All right. So how about you, Ocean?
Yeah, I was thinking the same, like A minus. It's
A-
like a
Okay.
Little Woman meets Zone of Interest.
No.
Zone of Interest was the Holocaust movie we saw.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You
that's
saw
good.
it too.
Yeah, I saw it. So yeah.
Mhm.
I think I'll go with you guys as well. I definitely liked it. I liked it. I would have loved it a lot better if there was more things to it. Like maybe understand a little bit better. Like what was it representing? You don't figure it out until the very ending. Like you just get small little pieces here and there, but those are just little nitpicks.
Yeah.
So I will give it an A minus as well. Damn. So this movie is really good. It's just the thing is you're definitely gonna have to be patient.
You're gonna have to pay
with this.
attention.
I think you definitely got to be patient with this film. You got to be, like just looking at the film, how beautiful it is, and loving the characters. And I know this could be very sad at times, but it is a drama kind of film. You're gonna have to
Very
figure
grim.
it out, yeah. And you're gonna have to open your mind a little bit more just to see how it really goes. And who knows, you might actually start liking these type of films, but if it really is your cup of tea. But
Yeah.
I think you should guys give it a chance if you can.
Definitely.
Yeah, so obviously it depends because there's a lot of other movies coming out and people are rather going to go see those.
Yeah, but this is one that you should, at least when you have the time to watch it, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if it comes on streaming service, you should definitely watch that as well. But I recommend maybe going to the theaters, just take a group and maybe you guys could have a good conversation about it, what really happened there, but it really depends. So, but either way, that's all we got. So we give it an A, like an A for
A
once.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
the same
It's
score.
been a while.
All the same score.
Yeah, exactly. So either way, we'll see you guys on the spoiler one. But if you guys want to go see it yourselves, I recommend it. See what you guys think. But if not, we'll see you guys in the next movie review. All right, later. All right, so spoilers. So what do you guys thought of, our protagonist, our sad little boy?
I think it's interesting because when you have kids and they become like a certain age, you start to remember things from your own childhood, and that's why his trauma was coming back, I'm assuming.
That's why he
Because
went quiet.
from what his wife says that he's acting different than normal.
Yeah.
So it seems like he's starting to remember all these things and just like noticing like the negative things that are happening around him, and then it gets him into this situation. So yeah.
And of course, like, it ended up like happening. It just stumbled upon him. It like happened.
Oh, yeah.
And like he's physically goes there like every day to drop them off coal.
And he's also just observant, just
Yeah.
staring out windows and
He's like,
watching people and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, I was like
he's-
wondering. I was like, "What are you looking at? Like,
Well,
you creep." I was just like, "What's he doing?" But I kind of get it that maybe there's something that is eating him from the inside.
Yeah.
He just can't get over the fact that like maybe there's something holding him back,
Yeah.
and that was it.
I'm trying to think of the flashbacks I kept
He's
playing.
feeling very complicit if he doesn't take any actions. He just feels like his life is just kind of
'Cause-
meaningless and complicit.
He keeps
Yeah.
thinking about, like, he has the dialogue and the conversation he has with his wife. That was a very important scene in the movie because that's when he, like, opens up about, like, this is fucked up. He's like, what if that's our kid? But she's telling him it's not our kid.
Yeah, there's one thing that
Yeah.
you guys. I wish I could have brought it back to the review again because I do want to mention that he is a good guy. Like in heart, he really wants to try doing something like the right thing, but obviously, there's some things that you can't really control, and he's trying to do the best that he could, like for everybody. Like he doesn't want to just forget something and then move on, not like everybody else would.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with
Which
some,
is what everyone tells him to do.
yeah,
pretty
it's
much.
like don't look behind you. You just keep going forward. You mind your own business. But he's that type of guy. He's like, no, I can't. I want to help people. Like, I want to do these things. Like the
Yeah.
little boy, he gave him change. He want to give him a ride. Or, you know, obviously the woman that we found and was it a woman or a girl? In the cold.
A young girl. I
Young
guess.
girl, right?
Like, yeah.
Like she reminds him of like her older daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he really wants to help them, and his employees some bonuses for Christmas, and they were happy. Like he is a nice guy, like he likes doing the right thing, but obviously not a lot of people see it that way, and that's the thing. That's what it was. Go ahead, Ocean. Do you want to say something?
Anything on the church? So as we know, it's a whole like it's a Catholic order, like a conclave of fallen women, as they call them, that are pretty much get sent there,
Yeah,
regardless of what happens to them there, and they're forced to work like really hard, really hard.
like what exactly happened to the women exactly?
Well, a lot of them ended up, originally, I guess they were sex workers and stuff like that got sent there. Then over time, they started sending in people who were victims of sexual assault and incest. And the woman that I think we see, I don't know what happens, but a lot of it towards the end was like orphanage.
So that's what it was. Okay.
But they were just putting them to
Just
work.
wherever
Yeah.
they don't have a spot for
Yeah.
someone, they will just put them in there. It sounds like.
Yeah, that's exactly what
Yeah,
it was.
so
It's
just like
that's
all
why
kinds of
they
people.
called it an asylum, not because
Yeah.
it was just awful. And as you saw in when Celine's character's in there, she was just sitting on the table waiting, and then they're immediately rushed out. The day started for them. They
Mhm.
get to work. There was no helping them at all. And matter of fact, they were just pretty much overworked to death.
Yeah, that's what it was, right?
Yeah. All the people in the town knew about it pretty much. The state knew about it. And it was just thrown under the rug.
Yeah, because obviously, I guess what it's trying to say is like some of these things cannot be helped because there's no place where they could go,
Yeah, I think
and this is the only option they have.
the bartender lady said, what did she say? The nuns have their hands in every pie or something like that?
They're basically like corrupt, which they're just they controlled the
The town
country,
pretty
I
much.
guess, or the town.
Yeah. And of course during the time, religion's very powerful, especially when it first started. Everyone's going to church, as you see. Everyone's being super thankful, super kind to them. They show it even in the film when she gives the extra money to the wife. And she's like, take it. But he doesn't want to take it.
Yeah, because it was
Yeah.
eating him inside. He
Yeah.
didn't want to take it whatsoever.
Mhm.
And I did like it that he did, like, you know, he had like, should I take it? Like that whole.
Yeah.
But I guess his wife found out somehow. What was it, like the mother called her wife or something?
I
They
guess
were
after church
They
they
were in
talked.
church.
Oh,
Yeah.
in church. That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah. I guess they off scene they had a conversation, and then she threw in, "Did you like the money, probably?" type deal.
I did like how she
Yeah.
was like, yeah, this is for Christmas. and
Yeah,
all
but
that.
he like completely forgot or didn't,
Oh, he didn't want to say
or he
anything.
didn't want to say anything because it was just like, you know.
Also, he like barely came home.
yeah.
Well,
he
because
he was working like a lot
I know.
just to get the money because they wanted these presents.
Yeah, which is very difficult to do, especially when the mother his wife was saying, like, you know, when they were talking, right, like in the fireplace, like he was watching TV, and they were saying, like, aren't you worried about how we're going to get the presents? Because we barely have anything at all, like
Yeah.
money. And that's one of the hard things to actually swallow because, you know, obviously how can you tell your little girl that, sorry, you can't get this present because...
It seemed to me that they were like fine, like they could get presents. They obviously can't get too much, but he was more thinking like more than that, and what her ideas of what was wrong was more like shallow than he was thinking. He was kind of thinking about, is this like the life we want to live? And
Yeah.
she's thinking about, oh, we have
Yeah.
we have Christmas to worry about.
Yeah, like stop thinking about that.
Which
Like,
was
what-
funny.
Oh,
But
yeah. I
Pretty
thought it was
much.
like different because that's why I went to the flashback how he didn't got the gift that he wanted. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I think that was more like, I don't know, because she dies. So
Well,
I
she
think,
dies a little bit later.
yeah, I know, but he knows that his mother is dead because he's in the present.
But in
I'm
the scene,
saying
we
he
don't
could
know
be
that.
remembering. Yes, but he could be remembering that like he should have been like maybe better to her. That's what I thought after the fact, after she died. But also like he did just want like a fucking puzzle. But
Jigsaw puzzle.
but yeah, it could be multidimensional.
That's what I looked at it. That's why, maybe
'Cause
that.
it was just like kind of dramatic at some points when he would just like start crying about Christmas in the past. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he was
What an
crying a
awful
lot.
time.
It sure was. It's just one of those movies that you're just gonna have to stop and think and see like what you could, make out of it.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to make out of it myself. I was like, why is this girl like in the coals for some reason, just there? And obviously he found out, and obviously that's why they gave her money for it, or I guess the nuns tried bribing him not to say anything, and he accepted money. So and then what's the point? He's gonna have to return the money again. In the very ending, what happened in the ending?
Well, she's
Why would
probably.
he have to return
He's
it?
not gonna return the money. They're just gonna.
Just keep it.
Yeah, they're just gonna make his
They're
life
just gonna fire
rough.
him, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
You're probably gonna make him lose his job and probably make him unhireable anywhere else. And
Honestly, I would
probably
like
make it
see
to
that.
probably make it where his daughters can't really get into a good education.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, oh man,
That was the cost, really. That's why he was doing everything, and that's why most people, their families, were pretty much all in risk. The whole theme of everything they kept on doing was like,
But
you gotta take care of
yeah,
yourself.
but what caused them to stop doing that is people finding out about it. So
Yeah.
it's good. So yeah, basically.
Yeah, 10 years later.
probably longer.
Yeah.
In his
Yeah,
case.
but over the course
Yeah.
of how long were
Yeah.
they doing it?
I would just like to see that how it kind of played out a little bit, especially when everything went silent after which because the movie ended just like that.
Yeah.
Like you're supposed to
I mean-
suspect what exactly happened.
Well, one thing, like I did like when he actually like held his hand, or when he pulled out his hand to hold her hand to bring her into the family.
Yeah.
He was actually happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
The first smile.
Yeah, the first actual smile throughout the whole movie, where he was just fake, like not smiling, or he would just do like a
He was genuinely
fake.
smiling.
Yeah, he was actually happy with himself.
Yeah, and the movie is building up to that decision, so I feel like it's good to end it there.
Yeah,
You
I
kind of
agree
see,
with that.
kind of see what happens after that.
I mean,
Yeah, in a way, it's kind of like how they always question him, like, "What do you want? What exactly, like, you want to do?"
mhm.
And I did like the part where he's like, "So what do you, like in the fireplace again? Like, so what do you want for Christmas?" He's like, "Yeah, just give me a book. That's
Yeah.
all I can. Like whatever. I don't want much."
He never got to reading it.
Yeah, he never did, until like he probably got that girl. The girl that he's helping. That maybe that's his gift that he actually wanted, just helping people.
Yeah.
Which it was nice. I liked it. What else happened during the film?
How long was this film?
It was an hour and 38 minutes. So this is a very short film, that's for sure. And obviously there's a lot of things that did happen to this film. It just, it's kind of difficult trying to puzzle these things together, trying to make sense of it in a way, even though the message is clear right there
Well,
after the very
yeah,
ending.
it was just.
I'm not sure what's going on with the boy's dad that they keep talking about, the one that was walking on the street, and also his uncle, because his uncle, obviously, his dad was like not around, and then he saw his mom kissing the uncle, and then he ends up in the hospital later. He never meets up with them. They never talk about, or they never meet the little boy's dad. Like, I'm not sure how that all like wrapped up or anything, but yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, you're right. Now I remember
That's
that.
true, 'cause he did
Yeah.
He did go back over there.
And there's nothing. They just left it open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
So-
I'm not sure.
Ooh, I might actually bring it down to a B after thinking about that.
I mean, I don't think it hurts the film that much.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's just kind of like
it's
a.
obviously on purpose, and there's obviously like
Because after thinking about that, I did. Yeah, I was like wondering about that because he just showed up and they're like, "So where is he at?"
Yeah,
I thought he
but-
was gonna go over there and find
Yeah,
him.
but it
he
wasn't
never
even
did.
a long scene, anyways.
It wasn't, but it was like, what's the point of that scene?
yeah. But then after that, he realized that about his uncle, so maybe he decided to not contact him, It's just that like this is based on a book, so you can, I'm assuming, like know what he's thinking when you're reading the
Yeah.
book. But in this one, you can tell by his facial expressions, for the most part, what he's thinking because of his acting. But for like specifics like that, you just can't really tell if you're not reading the book. So I'm not really sure.
Yeah, normally it goes in their mind.
So the book probably.
Yeah, just like the Hunger Games
Yeah.
book.
It really depends, but I don't know. I might bring it down to a B plus. There are some scenes I did finally found, like, you know what you told me about, like there's no point to it, because I thought he was actually going to go somewhere with that, but I guess he didn't. So yeah, I'm going for that. But either way, what else do you guys want to talk about this film?
I like the message of it. That you should, like, ignorance or willful ignorance is complacency. Just the main message of it. And so I liked it. The shots were nice. I liked sitting in the moment, and I like when movies aren't like scared to actually not go like ADHD, the speed of the film.
quick, next scene.
Yeah.
Likewise, yeah.
Sorry, I'm looking at this nail.
Yeah, I know.
But no, it was a really good film. I don't think those minor. I think they're very minor. That's why I gave it an A minus. Because I mean, I'm sure there might have been something to go with it. Maybe we're just missing it,
Yeah.
or maybe it led to nothing. But either way, I think it was still an enjoyable film.
Yeah.
Definitely kept me awake.
Yeah, I think it's really one of those morale stories that you do look into, and just seeing that even the small things could actually do work out in your favor. Like even just something, even for good. You know, maybe it's not supposed to be something that's big. It could be just small things.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's supposed to do, and I'm guessing that's what the story is really actually bringing it together. And obviously, he did help out a lot of people, even though it wasn't that much grand. It was just like the little things. So that's what it was. So yeah.
Yeah. I think of this stupid. It's the little things that get you caught. You guys, I don't think you guys seen that movie.
No,
But
I don't
No.
know.
fucking Scarred.
Scarred.
It's a terrible Jared Leto movie. Anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, this is one of those movies that I'm pretty sure you guys should go watch it. If to go watch it. If not, if you don't have the time, I recommend seeing on the streaming service. It's definitely worth it. It is something that I think it's one of the good films of this year for sure.
Yes.
So obviously it's going to be those movies that's going to be overlooked by a lot of people. It has a good messaging behind it, so I do like it a lot. But I guess that's it. So thank you guys for listening, and we will see you guys in the next movie review.
Later.
Laters.